I live mostly in Egypt with half of my family and my mother. I am the leading member of ADC, Rufai. So you live in Egypt, really? Wow, that's new. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has opened up about his life after politics, family, and his continued influence in Nigeria's political circle. In a recent interview with Daily Post, El-Rufai revealed that he is retired and now spends most of his time in Egypt, living with half of his family and his 96-year-old mother. Reflecting on his career, El-Rufai recounted a life in public service and business. He served as Director General of the Bureau of Public Enterprise 1999 to 2003, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory 2003 to 2007, and later became Governor of Kaduna State for 2 terms from 2015 to 2023. Despite his retirement, he emphasized that he remains active in politics as a leading member of the African Democratic Congress (ADC), which he described as the only surviving opposition party in Nigeria. Yes. El-Rufai also suggested that his political involvement with the ADC is why he has faced investigations. I am retired and live mostly in Egypt with half of my family and my 96-year-old mother. I am a leading member of the ADC, the only surviving opposition party in Nigeria, which is the real reason you are investigating me, he said. Okay, that's why they are investigating you. Belani says, no, you are a pharaoh and you will drown in your old Red Sea in a while. At Ajolore says, what about that? Abraham Akenji says, that's how Muslims go about brewing trouble in nations and then run to Muslim nations to hide. God will teach you even if Allah tries to hide you and your offsprings. Uchenna Okonkwo says, Egypt is not your country. Please come back to Nigeria so that we'll enjoy everything together. Good roads, security, and constant light. William says, you can't be there and here at the same time because we need a leader since this has disqualified you already. Julius Ola says, can you hear yourself? You live mostly in Egypt with half of your family. At Nigeria Resources, you manipulate while in the government corridor. Now you want the country to be governed with good leaders again just because you believe you have where you can run to. Exactly, they always have where to run to. Forgetting millions of Nigeria only have one. Now I understand where it's getting the useless characters from. Forgetting Nigeria as our own core value before religion comes. It's one of the reasons they are imposing Muslim, and you get it. Jimmy Ade says, why did you choose to live in Egypt than in your mother's country? You decided to japa with your family abroad after jointly raping nation to its present quagmire. It will never be well with all of you. Amen. All of you. And thank God for karma. Jesus says, okay, I'm mostly in Egypt. Nigeria is a milking machine. Yes, because where did you get the money to travel? Obviously. Hey, Banga says, you never talk finish. Ojo says, you must have a hidden agenda for you staying in Egypt rather than in your own country. And you were a leader in your own side country. You are not sincere. Adam Femi says, why should you live mostly in Egypt if truly you love this country called Nigeria? Why are you living in Egypt? Samson says, that's why you intend to destroy Nigeria with every possible means. You should equally be prepared to go down the drain. Kevin Ibrahim says, it is good for you, Mr. Governor. I don't understand all this. How are you trying to confess about all the atrocities you people caused for this country? Okay, it is good that you hold up position in government. What about your relationship with the people you govern, sir? George Dabe says, that's why your ADC will never live to see the light of day. How can a religious extremist be a leader of any serious political party that will survive the present competition? Somebody who has denied national appointment because of his wicked ways of handling security issues. If he did well as he was claiming, why did he leave the state he previously governed and the country at large to Egypt? I wonder. Oh, Babalola said, who cares where you live? You only know that you have been put where you belong. So as you are not fit to live among human beings. Peter Grant says, always living the life of fugitives and vagabond. What about your country? No, don't spoil and finish. I go spoil our country finish, come dey go another man country. Very shameless people. Christian Okon says, so that is why they want to destroy Nigeria for us and then go back to your Egypt, abi? You must learn in a very hard way. And Fauci says, should it be the reason why you are tenacious, sir? Paul Waja says, when some leaders spy for political position, how come they lost to stay in Nigeria? Yami says, in Egypt, your foreign country, you should be ashamed of yourself, impoverishing Nigeria and go to stay in Egypt. Baridi says, welcome to Nigeria, where national cake is being shared and someone takes it down to the land of Pharaoh. You can imagine. To the land of Pharaoh. Solo Mati says, why did you bring terrorists to Nigeria, Southern Kaduna in particular, to buy Christians? And now your son has picked same group of people to come to the national TV and be saying nonsense. Real nonsense, so. Adolurotimi says, politicians in the likes of Rufai are very wicked and selfish. He and his late principal imported bandits turned terrorists to Nigeria, while he now fled to Egypt with his family members to live there. How wicked this is. I'm telling you, it is pure wickedness. Big citizens, we don't have anywhere to run to, but you can run to UK, you can run to US, you can run to China, you can run to Egypt. It is well. Aki says, go on to him who ran to Egypt to seek help. Mama Easy says, I they come, I they go. That's the more reason why you should be investigated. Egyptian priest. John Udiaka says, why not live in your country? Because you put less corrupted, they cannot live here. They spoiled everything. They will now be going to another man's country. Malcolm X says, and people are still following this evil man politically. May God open our eyes. Onikachi says, I have told Nigerian government about the release of his money to President Bola Tinubu. You should know that politics without opposition is no politics. It's not Okay. Ashakala replies and says, maybe you will help them release El Rufai by yourself. This will be the best for you. You are not okay. As LFS says, no wonder I heard that Egyptians are wicked. Please, is it true? See question. Christian says, even man, you are a leader in Nigeria, but your family lives in Egypt. Which? Kelvin Yam says, may God punish you and your entire family. No be smart thing. Now different causes. JJ says, after importing terrorists to Nigeria, you choose to live in Egypt. You better stay in Nigeria to finish what you started. They can't stay. Take care. Okay, my listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.